So welcome to the Danville Community College commencement ceremony. My name is Dr. Cornelius Johnson, and I humbly serve as the president for this fine institution, and I welcome you to the E. Stewart James Grant Center and to this wonderful occasion in celebrating the accomplishments of our soon-to-be graduates. I want to take just a moment, though, to mark something that makes today's ceremony even more meaningful. This year, Danville Community College is proudly celebrating 60 years of serving students, families, and communities across Danville City, Pennsylvania County, and Halifax County. 60 years, that's right, that deserves a round of applause. 60 years of opening doors, 60 years of transforming lives, and 60 years of this institution showing up faithfully and consistently for this region. But today, we gather for our 58th commencement exercise. 58 times this college has watched its graduates walk across the stage and step boldly into their futures. 58 times the community has gathered to say, we are proud of you, and we believe in what's ahead for you. And I have to tell you, it never gets old. So to 6 decades of excellence, and to the graduates who are the very best expression of everything DCC stands for, welcome to commencement. Today is a special day for our graduating students, of course our families and friends, but it's also a special day for our staff and our faculty. Graduates, we are proud of you and your dedication to reaching this amazing milestone. The knowledge and the skills you have learned will stay with you for a lifetime. Today, we will celebrate 684 candidates for graduation. These 684 graduates will be accomplished earning 1,000 credentials, over 1,000 credentials today, and that also deserves a round of applause. But first, we are honored to have with us today members of our College Advisory Board, and so if you will hold your applause after I, of course, finish the introductions. But first, representing Halifax County, we have Miss Maddie Calwin. Will you please stand? Representing Pennsylvania County, we have Miss Ann Cassida. Representing Pennsylvania County, we have Miss Barbara Brown. Representing Danville City, we have Miss Tasha Martin. We have Mr. Gary Terry, and we have our board chair, Ms. Ernestine Payne. Please join me in recognizing our DCC Advisory Board members. Thank you. I would also like to recognize any of our government officials or elected officials that are in the audience today, any foundation board members and or scholarship donors, by asking you to please stand at this time. Let's please give our partners a round of applause. Many members of our college faculty and staff are, of course, in attendance today. Graduates, in your time at DCC, faculty and staff have presented you with challenges and opportunities in and out of the classroom. But they've also provided encouragement and support as you've worked to achieve your academic goals. So I now invite all college faculty and staff members to stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you, thank you. Many other special guests are joining us today: parents, spouses, significant others, children, cousins, friends, third cousins. But we're pleased that you are joining us today in honoring our tremendous scholars. Your support of our graduates has been crucial during their educational journeys. All of us at DCC appreciate your support and encouragement, as today's graduates have worked extremely hard to get here today. So now I ask graduates, now is your time to show love to all the folks who came here for you today with a round of applause. Graduates? All right. So I want to take a special moment to recognize 2 extraordinary groups of students who are in our graduating class today and whose accomplishments deserve to be called out distinctively. Seated among our graduates today are 23 Gov School students who are earning their Associate of Science in Science, and 32 early college students who are earning their Associate of Arts degrees and certificates, all while simultaneously completing their high school diploma. Now let that sink in. That's right. These young men and women did not wait for the future to arrive. They went out and built it early, deliberately, and with a remarkable focus. So to every Gov School and early college graduate that's in the class of 2026, will you please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you, thank you. None of this, of course, not a single one of these students arrived at this milestone without an exceptional partnership. So I want to offer a sincere, heartfelt thank you to our partners at Danville Public Schools and Pennsylvania County Schools for believing in these students, for building the bridges that make this possible, and for demonstrating every single day what it looks like when the school system and the college work together by building a supportive village. So thank you. Now I would like to invite anyone in the audience or any graduating student has served or is serving in the U.S. military, the reserves, or a guard unit, or is entering the military after graduation to now please stand. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. I would also like to recognize another special group of graduates. If you are the first in your family or extended family to attend college and earn a degree, credential, diploma, I want you to now please stand. Thank you, thank you. Certainly, of course, those unique challenges our first-generation students have overcome is extraordinary. Last but not least, I'd like to recognize all DCC alumni that are in the audience, on the stage, to please stand now and show the newest class of Knights, the great alumni base they're joining today. Please stand if you are a DCC alumni across the arena. Welcome back, welcome back. So now I'd be remiss if I did not take a moment to recognize our commencement speaker in a very personal way. Our speaker today is someone this institution and this entire Virginia Community College system holds in the highest regard. But before our board chair offers the formal introduction, I simply cannot let this moment pass without acknowledging something that just happened this week. Ladies and gentlemen, it was announced this week that our commencement speaker, Mr. Maurice Jones, has been appointed as the new Senior Vice Chancellor for Strategic Partnerships for the VCCS. Mr. Jones, on behalf of Danville Community College, our graduates, our faculty, our staff, and the entire community gathered in this room today, congratulations. The Virginia Community College made an outstanding choice, and we are proud that on the very week that you were appointed to this important role, you chose to spend this morning with us, celebrating the class of 2026. We are honored by your presence, we are excited about your new chapter, and we cannot wait to hear what you have to say to our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, I now want to introduce our board chair, Ms. Ernestine Tang, which will now provide the formal introduction. Ms. Payne.
Good morning. I am Ernestine Payne, Advisory Board Chair, and I'm here this morning to introduce our speaker. Mr. Jones, Maurice A. Jones, was recently appointed, as Dr. Jones said, to the Senior Vice Chancellor of Strategic Partnership for the Virginia Community College System. He is the founder and CEO of MJ Connects, a professional service firm which provides strategy, consulting, customer acquisition, fundraising, and economic mobility solutions to government, nonprofit, and for-profit clients. He also served as Vice President of News at WHRO Public Media in Norfolk, Virginia, overseeing newsroom strategy and operations. Previously, Maurice was President and CEO of First Gen Forward, where he helped establish the organization as a 501(c) nonprofit and expanded its network to 500 established colleges across 48 states, serving nearly 2 million first-generation students. As an inaugural CEO of 110, Maurice led the coalition of more than 70 major companies and partners committed to upskilling, hiring, and promoting 1 million Americans without four-year degrees into family-sustaining careers. Under his leadership, the initiative helped more than 65,000 secure jobs and nearly 1,900 earn promotions. Maurice earlier served as president and CEO of the Local Initiative Support Cooperation, LISC, expanding its presence in the South, doubling annual investments to over $2 billion, launching a small business leading subsidiary and diversifying partnerships across multiple industries. His public service includes roles as Secretary of Commerce and Trade for the Commonwealth of Virginia and Deputy Secretary for the U.S. Housing and Urban Development, where he managed daily operations and a $40 billion budget and 8,900 employees. He was also president and publisher of the Virginian Pilot and held a senior leadership position at Landmark Media Enterprises. Additional roles include Commissioner of Revenue of the Virginia Department of Social Services, Deputy Chief of Staff of Government for Governor Mark Warner, senior positions at the Treasury Department, Director of CDFI Fund, Partner and Venture Philanthropy Partners, and Associate Attorney at Hunton & Williams. Maurice earned a Bachelor of Arts from Hampton-Sydney College and a Master's in Philosophy and International Relations from Oxford University as a Rhodes Scholar. He also received a Jewish doctorate from the University of Virginia. I present to you now Mr. Maurice A. Jones.
Well, good morning. It's nice to be with you. Thank you for that kind introduction. And delighted to be in Danville, back in Danville. I'm a country boy myself. I grew up in Lunenburg County, Kinbridge, Virginia. You know what Kinbridge is, I'm assuming, right? We may have some Kinbridge folks in the house here. Let me say, first and foremost, congratulations to the graduates today. Let's give them another hand. But also congratulations to the family, to the friends, to all the loved ones. We all know that today is possible because all of these folks contributed in some form or fashion, and so we want to keep that in mind. I want to thank Dr. Johnson. I want to thank this wonderful school that we have here in Southside, Virginia. And I want to thank the community of Danville, a community that is historic and a community that continues to do things that the country and the state needs. I told you I was born in Lunenburg, in Kinbridge. We used to have the state fair. Now, I don't know if they still do the state fairs, but when I was growing up, they did it in Chase City. And every year in October, November, my grandparents would take me to the state fair. It was, for a country boy, it was a big deal, right? You could go, you could eat all the cotton candy that you wanted. But for me, what was most impressive is they always had someone at the state fair who was juggling. And this juggler would stand out and he would start throwing up bowling pins and throwing up plates, and then he would ask people to throw balls to him, and he would just juggle 4 or 5 things. And I was mesmerized by that as a child, that juggling. That juggling is a metaphor for your journey, graduates. I know that you have had to work, raise children, make sure that you've got stable housing, make sure that you could pay the bills, make sure that you're making good grades, make sure that you knew what you were going to do next. That juggling skill that got you to today, that will still be one of the most important muscles that you will need to take and continue to improve as you make your way through life. Life is a juggle. It's all about, as they say, multitasking. You will continue to have to juggle work and family and housing and transportation and food and all the other things that you've been juggling. But you're ready. You're here today because you've mastered the skill of juggling. And all I can tell you is continue to do it. Continue, though, to make sure you know why you're doing it. I had a mentor who said to me, Maurice, there are two really important days in your life. The day you were born and the day you figure out what you're willing to die for. I would submit to you, as you continue to live, as you continue to pursue the juggling match that you have to pursue, the biggest question you will have to answer is why. Why are you juggling what you're juggling? Is it worth it? Have you found what you're willing to die for? That's what will give your juggling meaning. That's going to be the biggest question that you will have to answer for the rest of your life. Ms. Payne mentioned that I worked in Washington, D.C. for a while. I did. I was at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, where we focused on making sure that people had quality housing all throughout the country, which is still one of the biggest challenges that our country has to face. But when I started working at HUD, I worked long hours, and I figured that I had to get exercise before I went into work, because I never knew what time I was going to get off. And that juggling piece, right, I needed to make sure I stayed healthy. And so every morning, I would get up and go for a run. Now, here's an announcement. I hate running. Anybody else hate running, by the way? Yeah, we got a few. Well, I decided I was going to try it. And so I got up in the mornings at whatever, 6:30, and I went running. I was in D.C. running up Wisconsin Avenue, which is a beautiful avenue. It's the avenue that the National Cathedral is on. It's a stunning avenue. But be honest with you, I hated running. And so one morning, I'm running, and I'm struggling, and I'm going really slowly. In fact, there were people walking who were passing me as I was running. But that morning, I was running, and I looked up, and there was a bus stop in front of me. And I saw something in the bus stop. I didn't know what it was, but as I got closer, I realized that there was a person in that bus stop. And that person had a grocery cart. And in that grocery cart were all the things that that person owned. And I realized that that was a homeless person that was in that bus stop. And so I'm running, I get to that bus stop, and I run in place, and the homeless person, I'm gonna say his name is Ted for purposes of this conversation. Ted looks at me, and he says, Is that the best you can do? Now you can imagine I'm quite surprised that a homeless person is critiquing my running. But I say to Ted, I'm tired and I don't like running, and I move on. I keep running, I go back. Next morning I get up, I'm running, and there is Ted again in that bus stop with all of Ted's clothes and all of his belongings. And this was in April. And this happened to me for several weeks. It started to get cold, and one morning it was below freezing, and I got up and I was running. And when I got to that bus stop, there was no Ted. I didn't see Ted anywhere. And I did not see Ted again. During the course of those several months, I learned that Ted had been homeless for months, and that Ted had been homeless in Philadelphia, had been homeless in Baltimore. He was now homeless in Washington, D.C. During the course of those few months, I learned that Ted did not want to be in a shelter. Ted thought it was an unsafe place for him to be. And then that one cold morning, and I think it was October or November, there was no Ted. I didn't see Ted ever again. It wasn't clear to me what happened to Ted. Ted may have moved further south as it got colder. Ted may have finally decided that he wanted to be in a shelter and went into that shelter. Ted also may have died from frostbite. I don't know the answer to that question. But here's what I do know, and here's why I'm telling you this story. I was the deputy secretary at HUD at the time. I was the person who was the number 2 person in the biggest housing assistance organization in the country. There wasn't a housing authority member or a transition facility who would not have taken my call. If Ted had been my wife, who's over there, raise your hand, baby, sorry. She will have been with me, by the way, for 25 years at the end of June. She's a saint. Let's give her applause. If Ted had been my wife, I know what I would have done. The first day that I ran to that bus stop and saw Ted would have been the last day that Ted was homeless. I would have stopped everything that I was doing, and I would have made sure that Ted had housing. I don't care what it took. I knew what housing meant. I knew how to get people housing. People would have taken my call. Ted would not have been homeless after that first day if Ted had been my wife. It wasn't any lack of knowledge. It wasn't any lack of skill. It wasn't any lack of connections. My heart failed me when it came to Ted. I failed to see in the eyes of Ted the eyes of my wife. Look at what's happening in the world today. We can send people to the other side of the moon. I can wake up and have breakfast in London and have dinner in Danville, Virginia. I have friends who are in Germany, in Italy, in England that I can see through technology. And yet, we have children who are starving. We have people who go to sleep at night under bridges. We have children who are dying from diseases that are curable, preventable. What we have is a heart problem. We don't have a knowledge issue. We have a heart issue. As you go out and conquer the world and excel at your job and jobs, the biggest muscle that you're going to need to help us all strengthen is the heart. Because the toughest problems are heart problems. They are not knowledge problems. They are not skill problems. They are, can we see in the eyes of others, no matter who those others are, the eyes of our loved ones? We have built a global community that is connected 24/7. What we have yet to build is a global brotherhood and sisterhood connected by love and empathy. That is why we need you. You have been at a place where the community of care is what has gotten you here. Care from loved ones, care from teachers, care from a board, care from a community, care from classmates. Take that spirit and let's make it real in Virginia, in the country, and the world. We do that, we will be born again. Congratulations, good luck, and I look forward to your journey.
Mr. Jones, we appreciate your words of wisdom. As in short, I picked up, that global citizenship was so important for our graduates. We appreciate you, of course, providing pearls of wisdom. So with that said, serving as our commencement speaker, we want to present to you a token of our appreciation and presenting you with the commencement address speaker plaque to show that you are appreciated and we are excited about you serving as the Senior Vice Chancellor of Strategic Partnerships. Please give Ms. Jones a round of applause. All right. So now at this time, I want to introduce our Vice President of Academic Affairs and Student Services, Dr. DeAndre Howard, who will introduce our SGA President.
Good morning. Before I get started with special awards and recognitions, I would like to recognize someone special who is sharing their birthday with the graduates today. So let's all celebrate our fearless leader, our 8th president, Danville Community College, Dr. Cornelius Johnson, who is celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dr. Johnson. Now I would like to invite Alexis Stork, Student Government Association President, to join me at the podium. Alexis is the president of Student Government Association and is graduating with an Associate of Science degree in engineering. Alexis currently works as a work study for the Student Government Association and Danville Community College Student Shields Center and has been actively involved in SGA. She plans to transfer to a 4-year college to pursue biomedical engineering. Alexis, on the behalf of Denver Community College, in honor of your service as the president of the Student Government Association, we present to you this presidential gavel. This gavel is presented as a sign of appreciation for your time and efforts to support the college. Alexis will now present the Student Government Association's Teacher of the Year Award. Alexis.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, staff, honored guests, and my fellow graduates. Today marks a day of growth, one of change. Change is a large part of our lives, and this graduation is a step towards a more expansive life. It can be difficult, moving on from the place you've been, the place where you felt safe, sad, and probably frustrated as well. However, the beauty of change, the real beauty of it, is that it fosters growth. It makes you adapt. It makes you do things you never thought possible, things you never thought you would do, like staying up till 11:45 to finish that last-minute assignment. True, real adaptation comes from being put into difficult situations, being challenged. Being a student isn't easy. The knowledge that one class or one test could be the thing that holds you back is an unsettling reality to come to terms with. But we made it. We got through it. We are at the light at the end of the tunnel. Everyone has to adapt to these challenges. These are lifelong struggles. They don't simply go away with a degree or a certificate. It might not be a test next time, but it can be something that proves difficult. However, these challenges are not just nuisances. I believe they're there to build community. Community can come in many different shapes and sizes. It can be going to an event because you thought it looked interesting. It can be talking to someone because they're in all your classes. But community is so much more than going to the same college. It's about showing up. Showing up when you don't want to. Being there consistently and making the effort again and again. It can be easy to be swept away in the stress, pulled away from a good life. But community makes that struggle easier, not harder. Today we demonstrate that we are all a community, a family. Today we are all Knights. Each year, the Student Government Association hosts the Teacher of the Year Award by sending out a poll to the whole student body to collect nominations for the faculty member who has demonstrated the nominations, the efficiency to help initiatives to help students in any way that they can. The nominations are then reviewed by the Student Government Association to select a recipient. It is an honor to present this award to an instructor whose commitment to DCC in the class of 2026 has been nothing short of extraordinary. They have been a constant reminder that hard work is the bridge to all of our goals. To this year's recipient and the entire faculty that paved the way, thank you for making DCC a better place to learn, grow, and succeed. This year's recipient received the following nominations. Nomination 1. This instructor is very helpful inside the classroom and out. They take the time to really help you understand what is being taught and how it should be done correctly. They're also very patient and willing to explain the same topics over and over again until you really understand. I've also heard that they're an amazing advisor and take the time to help you have the most successful path here at DCC. This instructor always lets us know that we can reach out at any time for help, and they answer emails in a timely manner. Nomination 2. This instructor is a teacher who has made a lasting impact on my life, not only through their teaching, but through their way that they support and uplift their students. Their effectiveness in the classroom goes far beyond simply explaining the material. They teach in a way that builds confidence and accountability. This teacher's well-known saying, "If you don't use it, you lose it," stuck with me and became more than just math advice. It became a mindset of discipline, consistency, and growth. They pushed us to truly understand what we were learning, not just memorize it, which made a lasting impact in how I approach my education. This is what makes this instructor especially deserving of this recognition, is their initiative outside the classroom. Even when dealing with personal challenges in their own life, they still made time for the students. When I needed a letter of recommendation, this instructor responded with urgency and care, showing that they truly value their students' futures. This level of dedication is rare and speaks to what kind of teacher this instructor is. This instructor also creates a classroom environment that reflects strong community values. As a young mother, I also often face challenges balancing school and home life. This instructor consistently showed consideration for students like me, acknowledging those responsibilities while still encouraging us to push ourselves. They did not lower our expectations. They raised our belief in what we were capable of achieving. I honestly believe this instructor's support and kindness during my first day on campus, returning to school after many years, is what gave me the encouragement to keep going. The kind of support builds a sense of community where students feel seen, respected, and motivated. Beyond the classroom, this instructor contributes to students and DCC are reflected in the lasting impact they made on the students' lives that they teach. They shape how students see themselves and their potentials. This instructor is the kind of teacher whose lessons stay with you long after the class ends. For all these reasons, this instructor is more than deserving of Teacher of the Year. They're not only an excellent educator, but they also have a meaningful influence in their students' lives. I would like to recognize 2026 DCC SGA Teacher of the Year, Instructor of Developmental Mathematics, Mary Motley. Congrats. Can I go? Thank you.
All righty, thank you, Q-Lexus. Congratulations again, Ms. Motley. All right, so now I have the pleasure of presenting the Stephanie L. Ferguson Medallion of Courage Award. In April of 1990, we lost a much-loved student by the name of Stephanie Lee Ferguson to the tragedy of juvenile cancer. Since then, to honor her memory, a DCC student has been selected annually to receive this award for displaying unusual courage and grit in overcoming adversity. Roy and Ann Ferguson, her now deceased parents, were presented with the first Stephanie Lee Ferguson Medallion of Courage Award in 1990. And today we will acknowledge and recognize a new recipient. The following students' name and story were selected as this year's Courage Award recipient. This year's recipient of the Ferguson Medallion exemplifies perseverance, dedication, and academic excellence. He showed outstanding dedication by choosing to remain in class for full biology instruction while other students attended campus events, valuing learning opportunities and engaging deeply in one-on-one instruction with his professor. He continued to perform at a high level academically, actively participating in class discussions and demonstrating a strong work ethic throughout the semester. Despite facing significant personal challenges, including a serious car accident that resulted in hospitalization and a subsequent fire that displaced his family from their home, he never allowed adversity to deter his academic success. He continued to submit all assignments on time, maintain A's and B's, and persevered through circumstances that would have overwhelmed many students. His resilience, determination, and positive attitude toward his education set him apart. In addition, he successfully maintained the rigor required to earn both a high school diploma and an associate's degree concurrently, proving his ability to balance demanding academic responsibilities with personal hardship. His perseverance and unwavering commitment to excellence truly embody the spirit of the Ferguson Medallion and exemplify the criteria of overcoming adversity. Please join me as we recognize our 2026 recipient of the Stephanie Ferguson Medallion, Mr. Andrew Kinney. I would now like to introduce our Vice President of Workforce Development and the Interim Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Ms. Jessica Dalton.
Good morning. On behalf of the Danville Community College Educational Foundation, I would like to say thank you to the individuals and organizations who were instrumental in establishing and sustaining these scholarships over the last 44 years. In 1975, the James T. Caitlin Jr. Kiwanis Scholarship was established as the first graduation scholarship. The James Bustard Endowed Scholarship was established in 1987 by a memorial endowment bequeathed by Miss Elizabeth Bustard. In 1999, the Barksdale Honor Scholarship was established. Upon her death in the same year, Miss Mary Barksdale willed almost $750,000 to the Danville Community College Educational Foundation, the largest gift ever received from an individual at that time. A portion of this money was used to establish these scholarships, which are awarded annually to graduating students who have compiled exceptional records in both academics and extracurricular activities, display leadership qualities on campus and/or their community, which have positively influenced the actions of others and are considered most likely to succeed. The Bobby Steen Spring Junior Memorial Scholarship was established in 2007. The D. Randy Davis Memorial Graduation Scholarship was established in 2013. In 2014, the Phoenix Lodge number 62, the 9th of Pethus Business Graduation Scholarship was established. Most recently, in 2023, the Joseph A. Boston Building Excellence Scholars Today Scholarship, also known as the BEST Scholarship, was established. This $2.9 million bequest is the largest gift given to the date of Danville Community College Educational Foundation by any one individual. At this time, if you have ever received a scholarship during your time at Danville Community College, please stand. Thank you.
Right. On behalf of the college, I would like to express my deep appreciation to these clubs, organizations, and individuals for their continued support and investment in our students. We have now arrived at a point in the ceremony in which we will present the Danville Community College class of 2026, their certificates, diplomas, and degrees. Will the graduates please come forward?
Be on my right. Let's go. Associate of Arts, Liberal Arts, Braylon Morgan Adams. Brock G. Adam. Essence Demarlil Ballard. Natalie Jade Benz. Catherine Elizabeth Blanchura. Christian Jordan Brakely. Sarah C. Cook. Riaha Naisha Crisco. Sarah Grace Doggett. Chloe Anaya Dorsey. Honesty Jules Durham. Jordan Natalia Edmonds. Joshua Preston Gunter. Kisana Harris. LaPriana Keene. Andrew Kinney. B. Jacob League. Frank League. Jazara Nicole Logan. Sanaya Lee Lyons. Issei Zaire Miller. Katora Naatak Montague. Lyric Janelle Moore. Brianna Marie Morrison. Kobe Marquise Morrison. Faza Naveed. Zachary T. Richardson. William Drury Thomas Robertson. Kaylee Salazar. Sela Takbir. Takaya Simone Thomas. Tavane Dashana Walden. Nyla Lachey Walters. Zarad Nashawn Washington. Associate of Arts and Sciences, Business Administration, Christopher Gerard Anderson, Jr. Akira A. Carter. Shanice Harrelson. Evan Throckmorton. Associate of Arts and Sciences, Liberal Arts, Octavia Sade Allen Fitzgerald. Casey Devon Colley. Benjamin Edward Dodson. Shami Gushan. Abigail Rose Maddox. Aranza Ramirez Leon. Yulitza Esmeralda Rumbo. Austin J.C. Stevens. Natalie Imani Swanson. Sodi Ray Truex. Melissa Marilyn Ward. Associate of Arts and Sciences, Liberal Arts Humanities Specialization, Julia Embry Owens. Associate of Arts and Sciences, Liberal Arts Social Science Specialization, Jasmine Angelic Berry. Gwyneth Morgan Bowles. Emma Michelle Boyd. Kennedy Lee Johns. Ashley Jane Lewis. Caitlin Paige Rigney. Tequila Amaya Rigney Carter. Daniel Ian Rogers. Whitney Diane Washington. Associate of Arts and Sciences, Science, Janiyah C. Barcliffe. William Cole Clements. Darnita Cornelia Epperson. Bobby Jean French. Destiny Nicole Jones. Brady Tyler Petrusak. Kristen Nadia Ramirez. Gabriana Celicia Stone. Miriam Zanab Stroud. Kylie Trinity Walls. Associate of Sciences, Science, Computer Science specialization, Tyler John Hinchy. Associate of Science, Engineering, Trevor Dwayne Barnes. Brian Rito Villar. Alexis Jamaria Stork. Associate of Science, Science, Kamari Breon Davis. Shelby Nicole Desjardins. Sarah George. Lauren Brooke Hogan. Victor Grayson Ingram. Shamaria Aquila Jones. Skylar Marie Lucia. Abigail Lillian Maid. Gavin Lee Maxey. Marlon Emmanuel Quintero Chavez. Elizabeth Itzel Sanchez. Josiah Andrew Saunders. Ukila Renee Scott. Victoria Leela Spong. Amble Campbell Stoller. Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Support Technology, General Office Specialization, Cassidy Denise Collins. Associate of Applied Science, Administrative Support Technology, Medical Office Coding Specialization, Tequila Sadie Amante Meese. Ashley Nicole Kellner. Associate of Applied Science, Business Management, Graphic Imaging Management Specialization, Sierra Charnay Wimbush. Associate of Applied Science, Business Management, Management Specialization, Ansley Reese Allen. Octavia M. Burton. Takai Ameri Cheney. Kristen Cox. Sakia Renee Cruz. Jaleesa Marie Davis. LaShawn Antoinette Davis. Fatima Farag. Brandon Perkinson. Casey Vaughn Worsham. Associate of Applied Science, Criminal Justice, Law Enforcement Specialization, Shalante C. Adams. Cameron Trent Lee Clements. Gabriela Dominguez Dalton. Madison Olivia Pillow. Shakira Renee Poole. Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education, Shantasia Janae Graham. Anna Grace Hayes. Brianna Nicole Hedrick. Michaela Rain Irby. Candace Larice Lewis. Jessica May Lumpkin. Maria Dale Carmen McKinney. Teslane Laney Pritchard. Alicia A. Sutphin. Shatika Danae Thomas. Kamaja Desasia Waller Murchison. Associate of Applied Science, Information Systems Technology, Network Engineer, Logan A. Belcher. Connor Scott Broomfield. Madeline Reese Chapman. Destiny Lyndon Clay. Malcolm Dwayne Costner. Jordan Ramsey Elliott. Antiliana Cesaria Garcia. Herbert Lewis Holder III. Ryan Lamar Mentor. Aiden James Thomas Rose. Associate of Applied Science, Information Systems Technology, Network Engineer, Cyber and Network Security Specialization, Donnie T. Coleman. Associate of Applied Science, Nursing, Logan Donovan Barber. Lance Thomas Barber. James David Clark, Jr. Olivia Rose Marie Crumpton. Latoya D. Graves. Christy Ray Hensley. Aubrey Annalise Lyle. Sarah Alejandra Machia Diaz. Chastity Nicole Martin. Tracy Daniel McCall. Kayla Nicole Polly. Virginia Dale Perkinson. Lauren Brooke Peters. Rachel Marie Riggins. Agita. Ashley Agita Rowland. Shane Parker Short. Paige Ariana Toller. Tran. Jesse Tran Churong. Gage Scott Turner. Maya Janessa Wade. Aubrey Rose Walker. Joshua William White. Jessica Ann Williams. Emily Hope Wilson. Haley Renee Worsham. Ian Albert Young. Associate of Applied Science, Technical Studies, Automation and Robotics, James Bruce Murray. Associate of Applied Science, Technical Studies, Industrial Technician, Electrical, Thomas O'Brien Hairston. Bruce Everett Motley. Jason Simmons. Gavin Wayne Smith. Associate of Applied Science, Technical Studies, Industrial Technician, Mechanical, Allison Beth Turner. Associate of Applied Science, Technical Studies, Integrated Machining Technology, Massimo Bruno Brian Key. Lee Renee Holder.
This young lady right here is your last one.
Okay. Blaine Thomas Yates. Associate of Applied Science, Technical Studies, Venture Creation and Management, Tiffany Trinae White.
Diploma, Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, Zachary D. Atkins. Robert Hayden Brown. Xavion Mikhail Edmonds. Ronaldo Gomez. Davis Alcary Ince. Makayan Simquez King. Christopher Andrew Martin. Bailey Wade McDowell. Jared DeAndre Motley. Caleb Landon Newton. William Leopold. Jacob Ray Richardson. Garrett Scott Tickle. Oh. Bo Garrett Worley. Diploma, Automotive Analysis and Repair, Jalen Scott Coleman. Joshua Glenn Fisher. Christopher William Gensheimer. Shaquan Isaiah Jacobs. George Stephen Long. Do you want to call him first? Okay. This degree is being awarded posthumously, Michael R.L. Taylor. Isaac Dakota Moore. I got it. Jacob William Oswald. Noah Craig Plasters. Ryan Spence. Miguel Tiznado Altamirano. Christopher J. Witcher. All right, Diploma in Electrical Electronics Engineering Technology, Gavin Ashton Burdett. Dylan Nathaniel Carter. Nathaniel Theodore Crespo Arce. Christian B. Daniels. Curtis T. Gregory. Tawanda Pointer Henderson. Sean Amos Mentor. James Coleman Oakes. Jordan Virginia Smith. Diploma in Graphic Imaging Technology, Kelsey Latoya Adams. Aiden Ashton Brown. It's fine. It's fine. Jamion DeMonte Bird. Sorry, Molly. Isaiah Trevion Fitzgerald. Rafael Garcia. Connor McAllister. Sarah Minter. Andrew Dylan Payne. Demarion Lee Simpson. Mason Christopher Smart. Nicoy O'Brien Walker. Diploma in Precision Machining Technology, Alan Donald Boardwine. Alexander Eric Colbert. Tyler Gage Doss. Brendan Lynn Hedrick. Angel Manuel Herrera. Anthony Zachy Jones. Ethan Kitchens. Drake Allen Linsky. Landon McCluster. Cameron Carter Moss. Kamari Trayvon Robinson. Caitlin Elaine Wagner. Diploma in Welding, Chase Anderson Atkins. Brian Keith Blair. Shakaya Monet Clark. Joshua Michael Drew. Isabella Faith Evans. Richard Lee Gibson. Kerrigan Elizabeth Saunders. Certificate in Uniform Certificate of General Studies, Jadlyn Lee Hedger. Justice Kamari Key. Demiri Shante Safas. Okay. Mary Matsu Vernon. Career Study Certificate, Advanced Early Childhood Development, Gloria Elaine Claiborne. Zakita. Career Studies Certificate, Basic Dental Assisting, Zakita Anderson. Jakaria Nicole Bennett. Skylar Rain Bustamante. Cameron Nakia Chandler. Rhonda Lee Cruz. Isamar Isidro Davis. Kendra Gill. Hannah Andrea Gunter. Jasmine Nicole Harrison. Adia Mackenzie Harris. Samuel Edward Jernigan. Kaylee May Lowe. Shemaya Takaya Stone. Mayana Lazia Thomas. Kayla Lee Younger. Career Studies Certificate, Basic Welding, Matthew Allen Falls. Career Studies Certificate in Cosmetology, Lauren McKenna Alverson. Carly Rebecca Anderson. Abigail Nicole Browning. Mia Janae Cobbs. Perla Esperanza Gia Navarro. Jasmine Lachey Harrison. Elizabeth Ann Hawkins. Sierra Paige Hawkins. Tanaya Jerry Latrice Hunt. Gabriella Marie Lawhorn. That's fine. Deanna E. Lumpkin. Michaela Elizabeth Martin. Kaden Elizabeth Miller. Haley Nicole Morris. Katrina Chevette Moyer. Elena Renee Piedra. Kaylee Marie Pyron. Jasmine Kiera Rogers. Jessica Frances Smith. Erica Lamonda Wilson. Career Study Certificate, Early Childhood Development, Lakeisha Renee Hood. Career Study Certificate, Emergency Medical Services, Olivia Marie Alexander. J. Nicole Lee Dickerson. Sophie Alani Doss. Paisley Harris. Madeline Grace Leggy. Violet Olivia Mills. Ariana Nash. Kinsley Marie Payne. Jessica Brooke Saunders. Brooklyn Smith. Ralia Janae Stamps. Shayla Janae Williamson. Oops, sorry. Heavenly Sky Wimbush. Isabel Erin Wyatt. Career Study Certificate, Factory Automation and Robotics, Chloe Elizabeth Dudley. Cameron Alexander Norris. Landon Jacob Oswald. Career Study Certificate, Foundations of Criminal Justice, Terry Marie Godfrey. Career Study Certificate, General Office Studies, Saniqua Laquan Burris. Career Study Certificate, Nurse Aide, Isaiah Carter Adams. Naza Octavian Christiane Anderson. Ada Aileen Barraza Hernandez. Erica Nevea Blandon. Azaria Denise Brandon. Xavier Maxine Dabney. Adriana Sinai Davis. Ariana. Chanel Elder. Christian Janae Fitzgerald. Chloe Alina Glass. Alexa Juliana Gonzalez. Nayeli Yamilet Herrera Ramirez. Janaya Lenasia Hill. Tania Cherie Hilliard. Kylie Ray Inge. Natalie Napurley Irvin. Samantha Florence Lintag. Azani Janae Mack. Sanaa Khalees Malone. Janiyah Lachey McCullum. Zola Wynn McNeil. Anaya Ivana Mills. Harmony Amaya Murphy. Shania Trinice Myers. Natalie Giselle Portillo. Taisha Nashay Reed, sorry. Renaya Nicole Stamps. Jakayla Chanel Stevens. Kiana M. Stokes. Desire Armani Swanson. Jacqueline Ariel Tate. Zashi Garlise Trainum. Talia Jamara Turner. Karen Uristigi Panoco. Jakai Laurie Walker. Taraji Walters. Brian O'Keefe Warren Jr. Today, Treasure Washington. Sasha Lee Whittle. Kadariana LaFaith Womack. Heaven Tiffany Wright. Career Study Certificate, Nurse Aide Extended Care. Jada Talisha Bond. Malcolm J. Nesmith. Career Study Certificate, Pharmacy Technician, Tamala Monique Adams. Career Study Certificate, Phlebotomy, Crystal Lynn Bowling. Autumn Lynn Brady. Quinn Clegg. Kiana Marie McMore. Jamie Roach. Sorry. Mathania Simone Roberts. Career Study Certificate, Small Business Management, Jacqueline L. Jones. Abby Short Stevens. Christopher Harper Jr.
Will the candidates for graduation please stand? Will the candidates for graduation please stand? President Johnson, the faculty has recommended and the administration has certified that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for graduation. Some candidates will be certified at the conclusion of the summer term. Dr. Johnson?
All right, class of 2026, where you at? So I told them back there in the graduation room they will be my first graduating class as a permanent president here for Danville College, and we have a little deal here. We got a deal, right, class? So when I say go who? Go who? All right, all right. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State Board of Community Colleges and the Commonwealth of Virginia, I hereby confer upon you a degree, diploma, and certificate for which you are entitled all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, I now ask you to please move your tassels from right to left. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your Danville Community College graduating class of 2026. Graduates, you may be seated. As DCC graduates, I want to call your attention to the alumni pledge found in the back of your program. As you walked across this stage today, you became a member of the Alumni Association. As you move through your life experiences, please remember to pay it forward. Become part of the alumni program, contribute to our scholarship programs, and help someone else achieve the dreams just like you did today. As we close the ceremony, I'd like to say on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration here at Danville Community College, congratulations, because you've earned this moment. And before I close, I'll say, go who? Go who? Go nice. Congratulations.